by default, your mic and video are turned off. So, kailangan po natin i-turn off ang ating mic and video para po hindi ma-distract si RP po during discussion. And of course po, maka-concentrate din po yung ating mga participants. So, second one po, during the Q&A portion, sa last part po ng ating webinar, magkakaroon po tayo ng short Q&A. Doon nyo po idadrop yung questions nyo sa chat box para po mabasa ni RP and hindi po magulo pag nagka-question na po kayo kasi baka magkasabay-sabay tayo kung gagamitin niyo yung microphone. Third one po, be sure to listen and take notes. In lieu of the certificates, you have to fill out the evaluation form and pass the post-webinar assessment. So, mamaya po, magbibigay po kami ng link para sa evaluation form and kailangan niyo po yun i-accomplish para po mabigyan kayo or ma-issue po sa inyo inyong digital certificates. Digital certificates will be given within 2 to 3 weeks after this webinar. Given po na madami po tayong webinar, so kailangan po natin antayin siya for 2 to 3 weeks and surely po makakarating po yan sa inyo. And last one po is to like our FB page, which is DICT Luzon Cluster 3 Sorsogon, to know more of our upcoming schedules and activities. So yun lang po. Aantayin lang po muna natin saglit yung ating RP, which is si Ms. Kat Agripa ng GATS Online Communication Services po.
Be your resource persons for today. Now, I would like to thank the ICT for this opportunity again. And also, again, good afternoon. Now, guys, I'm going to be discussing to you how to pass an interview with an ESL company. All right, so sana po ready na tayo. All right, let me just get my presentation. This one. Okay po. So, can you see the screen already? All right. Okay. So, let's start. Again, good afternoon, and thank you very much for this webinar, again, DICT. So, I'm just going to be discussing to you how to pass an interview with an ESL company. So, sisimulan po natin to with my slide. All right. So, these are actually the basic requirements on passing an interview. So, sisimulan ko po sa basic requirement on passing an interview. Next is what to expect during an interview. How will I prepare for my interview and how to act during an interview. So these are the things that I'm going to be discussing to you throughout this webinar. All right. So, all right. Ito po yung una. Okay, so number one is a stable internet connection. Next is also a reliable desktop or laptop with good camera, microphone, and speaker specifications. So noise canceling headsets are preferred for a variety of reasons. So this is very important. Kailangan po natin talaga ng noise canceling headset. Now, number three is a quiet working station with an uncluttered working background to prevent any or unwanted distractions. So dapat po medyo clear yung background natin. So these are like for online or home base Okay, so there are like two types of ESL companies. So yung una po is home-based, then the next one is office-based. So sa una po is for home-based people, so andun na po tayo, meron na kayong laptop, you have already a laptop, you have a camera, you have a good and reliable internet connection. So this is very important. And of course, a noise cancelling headset. Next po is office-based. Now, sa mga office-based naman, people that are like, they don't have any internet connection, stable internet connection in their area, or remote places po tayo. Meaning ng remote places, hindi naaabot po ng PLDT o kahit anong internet connection. So, I think people are gonna ask me, pwede po ba ma'am yung Globe? Pwede ba yung, pwede. But as long as it's 5 Mbps higher, it can. Pero hindi po yung pocket Wi-Fi. Alright, so it should be like kahit yung home, Globe Home. Okay, next is, alright. These are the requirements for home-based ESL tutors. Now, equipments po. Magsisimula tayo sa equipment. So, computer or laptop. Now, sa computer or laptop, different platforms require different specs. Meaning, other platforms require Windows 10, others will just go with Windows 7. Pero generally speaking, sometimes it's just Windows 7. So, okay lang po yung Windows 7. Pero yung ibang platforms kasi, mas gusto nila yung higher. Depende kasi sa classroom na pinapasukan or what app are they using. So, yan. Next is, all right, headphones. Now, I've listed some of the headphones here na pwede nyong gamitin. Now, my favorite actually is Plantronics 628. This is what I'm using right now. Kung makikita nyo po, this is Plantronics. That's what you see. So Plantronics 628 it has a very good noise cancelling feature. Meaning, it's really good. But, kumbaga, medyo may naririnig pa rin pong medyo onting background noises, not unless kung kunyari sisigaw yung katabi mo, talaga maririnig pa rin niya. Pero this is like good already. Meaning kahit po siguro may mga dumadaang mga sasakyan sa tabi ng bahay nyo or may nagbabatukang aso, hindi nila maririnig sa Plantronics 628. Next one is, so sasabihin ko lang yung Plantronics. Sa Plantronics naman, it's roughly around siguro ko 1.8 or 1.9 or 2,000 pesos. So yun po yung price ng Plantronics. Next is Jabra, what we call Jabra. Now, Jabra, this is really, really good. But this is really, really expensive. So, mahal po talaga yung Jabra. Pero yun talaga yung pinaka parang highest quality, isang sa pinaka highest quality. Kasi kahit anong sounds or medyo may pukpok man sa kapitbahay nyo or kahit medyo sa katabi nyong kwarto, hindi po talaga siya maririnig. Or say for example, hindi naman ganun kakasigawan, pero kung nyari may nagsisigawan dito sa unahan mo part or not inside your room exactly, it can't be heard sa Jabra. And next one is Logitech H150. So ito pong tatlong headsets na to, these are just my suggestions, personal suggestions, because ito po yung mga nagamit ko na din. Sa Logitech H150, this is a very good deal. Although now the price is much lower, but you have to have a really good room that will prevent the noise from outside. So, but if you're just starting, kasi ito po yung ginamit ko din nung pinakaunang pag-apply ko sa mga ESL, sa isang ESL company, Logitech H150. It's roughly around 700 or 800 pesos only, but it's good. It's workable, kumbaga. And later on, kung makapasa na kayo at kumikita na kayo, pwede nyo po siyang palitan. Higher. Pwede nyo mag-Plantronics, Jabra. But if you have the budget already, pwede kayo mag-Jabra. Kung tama lang naman, pwede kayo mag-Plantronics. Alright? Okay. So, yun po. Next is, okay, A for Tech. So, camera. Kailangan po natin ng good quality na camera. Now, I prefer a 4 Tech, but if you have a built-in camera in your laptop that will work, it's good, but you have to like get a really good megapixel. So it will not be pixelated. So if it's too pixelated, try to buy an A4 Tech. So it's roughly around 700 pesos or 600 pesos. That's the thing, 700 or 600 pesos. Yun po yung mga rate ng A4 Tech ngayon. So it's much more cheaper talaga. And it has good quality. Yun po yung suggestion ko. All right. Now, next is the background. Ang pinaka-importante po dito yung background din because you make sure na walang masyadong obstruction sa background nyo. So make it plain. So nung nagsisimula pa lang po ako, what I did was I bought a cartolina, a white cartolina. So dinikit ko lang po talaga siya sa wall. You make sure na may wall kayong didikitan. So a cartolina, a white cartolina is fine. Lagyan nyo ng tape. And then afterwards, ayun, yun lang. Yun kasi yung mangyayari. Pag white background, they want to have a plain white background first. Tapos, eventually, pag nakapasa na kayo sa preferred ESL companies nyo, they will just change it. They will like give you a free background for that matter. Okay po? Alright. So again, office-based, explain ko lang, these are for people who doesn't have any internet connection at their houses. O kumbaga, remote areas, may mga nasa remote areas sila. So what they're gonna do is like, they're gonna look for office-based ESL companies, like ours. Dito po kasi sa Sorsogon, dito naman sa Sorsogon, we have like a lot of remote areas. That's why our company built this because marami pong secluded area na hindi naaabot ng mga internet connections such as PLDT, DCTV, Globe, minsan mahina pa. So yung mga tao na yon na porsigido at mag-apply, gusto mag-apply as an ESL teacher, what they do is they go here and then, you know, pupunta na lang sila sa office or they send us a resume. Okay po? Okay, next is, all right. So, what is an online interview and how is it done? Okay. So, online interview, besides online interview, parang ganito po siya. So, you're just gonna use Skype mainly. For ESL companies, usually they're using Skype as a platform for an online interview. Now, besides the technical check, because bago po tayo magpo-proceed sa online interview, meron po tayong technical check na tinatawag. Make sure that you have a wired internet connection, meaning po hindi tayo dapat nagagamit ng Wi-Fi. Yun po yung very important. Kasi sometimes, dinedetect kasi nila pag naka-wired connection kayo or naka-Wi-Fi lang kayo. Kasi it's much better pag naka-wired internet connection kayo. All right? So, this is done as a form of an initial assessment of an applicant's basic ESL teaching skills. Therefore, an applicant is interviewed based on specific guidelines set by the ESL company. The first thing that they're gonna check is your accent. Sa amin po, sa company namin, usually, we always check the accent. Now, accent is very important since we are not native speakers. Native speakers, alam naman natin yung native speakers is are Americans, which English is their first language. So, yun po yung ginagamit nila araw-araw. So, these are what they call native speakers. Now, if the accent is too strong, alam naman natin tayong mga Pilipino, medyo minsan very strong yung pagka-Filipino accent natin. Try to have some more practice. Before, I have a very strong Filipino accent, but what I do is I like just watch movies in English. I also tell my students to do that before sa mga Chinese kids or sa mga Chinese adults. You try to watch English movies preferably kasi dito mo mapapakinggan yung accent nila, how they say the words correctly. So you can use that. You can watch movies, English movies. As long as it's English, dapat yun yung medyo natin gawin na parang daily or hobby. Pwede nyo siyang gawing hobby. So, now if the accent is too strong, again, for Filipino, try to have some more practice. It is very important to sound not too slang din. So, kung may mga call center kayo or kung may mga call center dyan, if you have like call center experiences, kasi sa call center talagang medyo super slang. Yung difference is like you're going to be very slang for that matter. So try to maintain a neutral accent. So yun po talaga. Neutral accent is preferred. Next is how you pronounce the words. Now, you're applying as an ESL teacher. So they will make sure that you pronounce the words correctly. You make sure that every word that you pronounce is correctly too. So you can check it on Google or listen properly to Cambridge. Meron po tayong website na Cambridge, I think. So you can like search for the word. Kung hindi kayo sure sa word na yun, kung tama ba yung pronunciation ko, mali ba to. So look for Google. Tapos meron naman po silang parang may icon na may sound. So you just click it and then you listen to it. So that's how you check what's the right pronunciation of the word. Now, example. So example, in our company, we always ask if you don't have, so ito po, sa amin naman, sa amin, sa ESL company namin, paano kung wala kang experience when it comes to teaching? Yung laging questions na binabato namin sa mga aplikante is, if you don't have any experience when it comes to teaching, how will you handle kids? Kasi yung main point po talaga namin doon or yung mga tinuturuan namin or mga clients namin are like kids. It's like us Filipinos, we want our child to, learn habang bata pa, gusto natin malaman nila yung English language. As well as Chinese people or other nationalities. Yun po talaga yung gusto din nila malaman. So, yun yung madalas naming itinatanong. Kung wala kang mga experience sa pagtuturo ng English, how will you handle kids? Specifically. Kasi yung mga kids po kasi medyo, magagalaw, or ayaw nilang makinig, or basically they just play around. So, yun po talaga yung dapat natin medyo focusan. And also, if a student is not listening to you, how will you handle your student? Ito po yung mga questions na pwedeng ibato sa inyo sa ESL company. This is like our regular questions that are asked in our company. Kung ito po yung mga question na tinatanong ko lagi sa mga applicants namin. So, how will you handle our student or your student, right? So, try to be more active, try not to be dull in an interview. So, you try to be more active, kumbaga. Huwag lang tayo yung, yan. Ito po yung medyo nahihirapan yung iba kasi sometimes they're like too scared on how to express their feelings. Mainly, try nyo maging, hindi naman sobrang active, but try to be more professional looking too. Pero in a nice way then, na try to smile more as well. So these are the tips that you can check on. Now, questions are asked based on applicants' resume such as basic personal and professional background, etc. So kung ano po yung mga pinag-aralan nyo, saan kayo galing, ano mga experiences nyo. So yeah. But the rest of the questions will be centered on ESL teaching and the applicant's credibility and efficiency through her fluency. So neutral accent, grammar, body language, overall personality, and how well he or she can display command of or expertise over the language. Meaning, how good are you in English? So yun lang po yun. Body language. So, meron po kasing demo na tinatawag. Kasi may process. I will like give you the process later on. So, ito naman po sa body language, there's what we call TPR, meaning total physical response. Example would be, can you hear me clearly? Can you see me clearly? All right, good job. So these are the things that you're gonna encounter sa demo nyo with an ESL company. Lalo na sa mga online dyan or home-based. If you're gonna apply as an home-based ESL tutor, ito po yung pinaka, ano talaga, very important, TPR. So total physical response. Okay, next is to guarantee a higher passing rate, okay, most ESL companies do encourage their applicants to undergo a series of trainings depending on the mechanics of the interview that will be done by the client. So please understand that these trainings may vary depending on the company that you are applying for. So ito po, it's different companies, different trainings. So iba-iba po yung trainings niyan. Sa amin naman, what we do is we have material training. We focus more on the material first and then afterwards on how you will teach. So kung paano niyo siya i-execute. But first and foremost, yun po yung mauuna. Material training para sa amin. Meron din naman product training. What you call product training is, sa product training, you will encounter how your classroom works or how the tools will work. Kasi may tools po dyan eh. Usually sa ESL companies, there's like some tools that you're gonna use. Sa amin naman, we use class in a classroom. So there's a lot of classroom that a lot of ESL companies are using right now. Okay? Next is, all right. So, diniscuss ko na po to sa previous webinar ko, process. So, what are the process when it comes to ESL interviews? So, ito po yung una, online. So, this is usually our general process po to ng GUTS. So, online or phone interview. Next is the material training. Next is the product interview or the product training, and then the final demo. So sa phone interview, they're just gonna check your grammar, accent, yun na po yun. Pag nakapasa kayo doon, automatic you're gonna go to material training, meaning ituturo na nila kung paano ka dapat magturo. So kung kids ba, kailangan mo ng TPR. If it's a professional or example, nagtatrabaho na tong tuturuan mo, you should be more professional. And also, kung sobrang maliliit na kids, like sometimes you're gonna encounter like 3 years old, 2 years old. Minsan po may mga 2 years old talaga na pinapasabak na ng mga magulang or 3 years old. So you should be more active. Meaning kailangan mo silang pasayahin minsan. So for that matter. So sa final demo, the child that you're gonna teach is actually a QA or a quality analyst. Itatry nyo po yun paano mag-teach. Actual teaching na siya. So, dun na pupunta yung TPR, yung hi, hello, can you hear me? Can you see me? So, make sure that you pronounce the words correctly and slowly. Ito lang naman po yung process na yan. Alright, how to prepare? Of course, make sure to prepare, present yourself well. Of course, you try to, kunyari magkakaroon po kayo ng interview, you make sure that you wear a proper outfit. Come on. So, you make sure that you wear a polo shirt or basta po formal attire on the top. Sa mga online interviewers po to, sa home base. Tapos sa office base naman, you wear a good, proper attire when you're applying for an ESL company. So there you go. Dress appropriately. Make sure the video chat software is working well. So i-check nyo po lahat ng equipments nyo before you're gonna have your interview. Kasi it's very hard, kunyari, hindi ka naririnig ng interviewer mo, hindi ka nakikita ng interviewer mo, dun kayo magkakaproblema. You might not pass. So ito po yung mga hindrances na kung pwede hindi kayo makapasa. Yan. All right. So, again, you show some enthusiasm, you anticipate in questions, you explain your past experiences, meaning kahit hindi po siya from teaching itself, pwede. Always ask questions at least 3 times, meaning, excuse me, kung wala po kayo naiintindihan sa sinasabi ng interviewer mo, pwede nyo siya tanungin ulit. Especially kung nangyari may hindrance sa yung may hindrance sa sinasabi niya or hindi mo siya marinig talaga clearly, yes, you can ask questions and also try to relax. This is very important. Okay. Ito po, yeah. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Parang nawala po ata yung... All right. All right, ito po. Now, so how do I act in the interview? So the trainings mentioned earlier are only stepping stones towards the company's main goal of 100% success rate in the interview, because these are trainings that will really help and improve not just your skills but also your confidence and professionalism as an ESL teacher. We prepare you to be complete. We prepare you to be the complete package and to be exactly the kind of ESL teachers that the companies will want and need. So, ito po yung kailangan nyo talagang gawin. So you act professional. The things that I mentioned earlier, so these are what we're aiming to for you guys to do. Now, all right. So here are the important notes to remember for before your interview. So check your interview schedule and be on time. Always, always check your schedule, because sometimes po sinasabi nung interviewer, we're good at 2 p.m. Tapos naisip nyo baka hindi 2 p.m. baka 3 p.m. yung sinabi. So always check your time and always double check your equipments, and all connections must be in place. Meaning po, dapat ready na kayo lahat. So, there's your desktop, there's your computer, there's your CPU, there's your headset, there's your camera, and yung facing po ng camera, it's very important. So, it should look parang makikita po yun yung background, tapos hindi naman po sobrang lapit mo sa camera. This is very important. Okay. Be sure that your audio, this one, or microphone, and also the video camera settings are all set and ready at least 30 minutes before the interview schedule. So this is very important. Sometimes po, chinachat na tayo ng interviewer pag ganyan, 30 minutes before the time. So are you ready? O i-check lang niya. Minsan, there's like a technical check 30 minutes before the actual interview. So you have to be ready for home-based din po. So, do a quick microphone and camera test. So, pwede po nyo tong gawin sa Skype. So, there's like a microphone and a camera test to see everything, if everything is working well. Now, also, you have trained for everything. So, just remember to be professional, smile once in a while, and don't forget to be yourself. I think that's what's important. Kasi po, kung kunyari, sometimes we're like too stressed out, or sometimes we're too nervous. So try to calm down. That's the most important thing. Kasi minsan nalalaman niya ng interviewer eh. Okay, so always smile and relax. Those are the things that you have to do. These are just the things that you have to do. Iba po kasi yung demo. So my topic for today is just to have how to pass an online interview. So iba po yung demo. Kasi yung demo, yun yung actual talaga. Paano kayo magti-teach sa students nyo. I think that's a different topic. Medyo may kahabaan po talaga siya. Kasi yun talaga mabusisi siya. So I think if you have questions, you can ask me now. I think that's that's the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, guys, you can ask me. Ma'am Lai?
Yes po, Miss Kat. Okay po, so may mga tanong po, pa-drop na lang po dyan sa chat box natin para po mabasa natin and hindi po tayo magkagulo. And sasagutin po yan ng ating RP na si Miss Kat Agita afterwards po.
Okay, why do we need to have a good diction when applying in a BPO company? BPO po, I think it's for an ESL company, you have to have a good diction. It's very important because, you're applying as an English teacher. So, kailangan po talaga maganda yung diction natin. Kasi kung hindi maganda yung diction natin, ang mangyayari niyan is if you're gonna be too Filipino-ish, hindi din po tayo maiintindihan ng mga kapwa na, yung mga Chinese, kumbaga. Kasi yun yung mainly tinitingnan nila. good grammar, diction, and accent. So yun po. Questions pa?
Okay, Miss Kat, may question po tayo from our Facebook Live viewers po.
Po.
Could you suggest some legit online ESL company po?
Yeah, sure. I can suggest a lot of, not really a lot, but I can. There's like 51 Talk, Rare Job, also Akadsoc. You can apply at Akadsoc. What else? Marami po kasing ngayong ESL platforms, ABC 360, what else? Yun po yung mga legit right now. Rare Job, Bizmates, there is as well. Bizmates ba? Yeah. So, yun po yung mga masasuggest ko pa lang for today na mga ESL. Yes, high school graduate sa ESL, pwede po. Pwede po. Kadamihang ESL, although kadamihang ESL platforms, meron pong gusto nila mga may mga college graduates, pero pwede din po silang high school grad. As long as you're good in English, yes, you can apply. Tsaka kung kaya nyo naman talaga yung mag-teach, yes, you can. How do I become a certified English teacher? You can apply. You can actually apply for different kinds of platforms. Tapos po, after nun, pag nakapasa na kayo, ang mangyayari is magkakaroon kayo ng material training or demo. Pag nakapasa po kayo dun sa demo, meron tayong tinatawag na TOEFL or TESOL. So ito pong TESOL na to, ito po yung kailangan sa mga ESL companies. Kailangan po meron kayo nito. Para ito yung certificate nila. So kahit po undergrad ka, you can also apply. Basta po makapasa ka sa online interview, may technical check, okay ka sa technical check. After nun, may demo. Pag nakapasa ka po dun sa demo, eventually yung mangyayari is magte-TESOL training ka. Sa TESOL training mo, may TESOL exam. So yun po yung kailangan mo yung maipasa. Kasi if not, kung hindi mo po mapasa yung TESOL, yung mangyayari is you cannot proceed to your application. Yun po talaga. Next. Alright. So yung salary sa amin is usually it's gonna be ranging sa sa mga home base, you can like have like 30,000-40,000 as kung kasi per hour po siya eh. So depende sa hours rendered nyo. And also depende sa booking system. Meaning ng booking system po is kunyari plotted kayo ngayong araw na to, tapos sa 3 hours nyo, sabihin na natin may 25 minutes tayo. Sa 25 minutes na yon, sabihin na natin may isa dito, may mga tatlong estudyante. So those are just the students that are paid, kumbaga. Ito lang yung tatlong estudyante yung babayaran ka. So might as well really practice na makagather kayo ng madaming students para yun po kasi yung basehan booking system kadalasan ngayon, not hourly system po yung sa ESL. Questions? You can have a part-time or full-time. Yes, pwede po to sa mga part-timers, pwede din po to sa mga full-timers. Sorsogon. Ay, Ma'am Lau?
May question po dito, Ma'am. Yes po. May question po dito. In your company, do you give the demo material 1 hour before the demo?
Actually,
and how could you...
sige, Ma'am.
Sige po. Tuloy ka na po. How could we prepare that well if it's given 1 hour before the demo?
Oh no, we actually, what we do, meron na po kasi kaming demo materials. Now, sa demo materials namin, ando na lahat, kumbaga. Yung mangyayari, we give them like a day. Kunyari, tomorrow yung demo nila, binibigay namin siya ngayon, tapos pag-aaralan namin siya. Mabago man po siya, kinabukasan, ang mangyayari nun is, parang, kasi yung material training namin, almost lahat ng materials dinidiscuss namin. So it's not that hard, kasi nagbabari lang po siya sa mga words. Kasi may mga words na dinidiscuss doon sa demo. May mga words na dinidiscuss doon. Say for example, voluptuous o kung ano man ang mga words na yun, yun lang po yung maiiba. Other than that, kasi babasahin mo lang yung una eh. So, ganun po, Ma'am Lai. Do you...
I think, ma'am. So, eto po from Facebook Live po ulit, ma'am.
Alright po.
Okay po. Can you please share to us some frequently asked questions during the interviews?
Yun na po yung mga frequently asked questions natin na, kunyari, if you're not an ESL or you're not an English teacher talaga, or you're not a teacher, or you're not an education major, yun po yung mga tinatanong na more or less a student po. So if a student is not listening to you, how will you handle your student? Or kumbaga, if you don't have any experiences when it comes to teaching, how will you handle kids or how will you teach kids? So yung tricks nyo lang po dyan is paano nyo nga ba magti-teach? Paano kayo magti-teach sa isang bata? Sabihin na natin, let's say 5-year-old. Paano nyo siya tuturuan? Yung iba po kasi more or less materials lang. Hindi. You make sure na pwede nyong isa-isahin o uulit-ulitin niya. It's like repetition. So, kung nyari may kailangan kayong i-discuss na word, parang gagawin nyo siyang repetition. Uulitin nyo siya sa kanya para maintindihan niya. And then you ask questions. Too. Para if ever, alam niya. Ganun yun, Ma'am Lai.
Thank you so much.
Sige po.
Ito po, how many hours if part-time and what particular time the work schedule?
How many hours daw po, Ma'am, yung?
Part-time and what particular time the work schedule?
So for kung how many hours, Ma'am, yung working schedule or part-time? Part-time ba?
Opo, yung part-time po, ma'am, how many hours daw po yung?
Yung part-time naman, Ma'am, it depends sa inyo, kaya part-time eh. So may maximum ata kami na or minimum na at least 4 hours or 5 hours a day, that's fine. Pag full-time naman, you can have like 8 hours pataas.
Okay po. May isang tanong pa po, ma'am, from Facebook Live.
Okay.
Advantage po ba ang English majors dito? Ano pa ang iba pang makakatulong po para may chance akong matanggap?
Opo, advantage naman yung actually, advantage na po talaga yung English major. Kung English major ka, I think mas kukunin ka nila kasi meron kang pinag-aralan sa English talaga, sa English itself na language. Tapos yung mga siguro ko yung tips ko po is, if you're an English major, I think you know how to handle or how to teach English, right? Kasi if you're an English major, alam naman talaga natin na kung paano ka mag-teach ng English. So yun, basic English. It's very important, basic English. Ay, Ma'am Lai.
Thank you po, ma'am. May question pa po dito. What is your advice to those who failed during the interview?
That's the thing. You try to watch movies in English po. Yun talaga yung isa sa pinaka-importante na minsan dati ginagawa ko talaga. And it really works. Meaning, kasi the more na nag-watch kayo ng English movies, the more makikita mo o mapapakinggan nyo yung kung paano nila sinasabi yung words. And also, kasi you ask also the interviewer, bakit po ako nag-fail? You can do that. Kasi ibibigay nila yung tips kung bakit. I have some examples here. For people na nag-fail. Wait lang. Let me look for it, Ma'am Lai. Kasi para at least alam nila kung bakit nag-fail yung iba.
Sige po, ma'am. Sige po.
So, all right. So, I'm not gonna say the name. So, sorry to inform you that Teacher Blank is failed the PT or the TL demo. So, there were some reasons listed as follows. So please take note and thanks. So slight accent of T, K, P. So ando na po yung accent. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, accent. T, K, P, or tough, parang ganun, tough people. Ito yung sinabi nung sa mga nag-demo. Better to enrich teaching method, better to master the material well, better to improve teaching skills, better to give suggestions based on your student. So, ito po yung ito po yung mga reasons na pwede mo i-review. Pero yung tips ko po talaga is you try to watch movies. Depende po kasi sa rason ng pagka-failed nyo. Kasi magsasabi naman po yung yung nag-interview kung bakit kayo na-failed. Or kung hindi man nila sabihan, you ask. That's I think that's the best thing that you can do. You ask. Kasi pwede naman po yun. Tanungin nyo kung bakit kayo nag-fail.
Thank you po, ma'am. May tanong
Apo.
pa po dito. Binabaha tayo ng tanong, ma'am. Ito po. What are the other benefits of an ESL teacher aside from the salary?
Siguro po you work at home. For online, for sabihin na natin sa mga home base po tayo you work at home. So doon lang tayo sa bahay. Pwede tayo doon lang sa bahay. And also, as an online English teacher talaga, parang napapractice nyo po kasi dito yung pagiging, yung English skills nyo. Yung interaction nyo with your student and other nationality. Kumbaga dito po nyo napapractice yung pakikipag-usap nyo sa mga dayuhan. What you call is parang mas na-enhance yung speaking ability nyo in order for you to, talk to other people, especially in other countries. So yun po talaga yung nakukuha minsan natin. Also me, way back, I enjoy talking to Chinese people or yung kahit po mga Koreans. We have also a platform here in our company na mga Koreans po sila. So ito po yung nabe-benefit din namin na nalelearn din namin yung mga culture nila, what's their culture all about. So these are the things that you can, gain.
Ito po, may tanong pa. What is the employment status of being an ESL teacher? Contractual po ba? Probationary, regular, or permanent? And is there any employment benefits po?
Okay. So, there are some platforms na wala pong benefits. May platforms din po na meron. Pero I think yung nag-offer ata is parang Spanish po na ESL company. Spanish po siya. Meron siyang SSS, meron siyang PhilHealth. May mga benefits po siya. Pero yung sa regular contractual, siguro I can say contractual, but there's not really, because a lot of online platforms po talaga, they're not giving you benefits. Not unless company siya. Kumbaga, dito sa GATS, meron siyang benefits. Depende sa inyo kung magpo-full-time kayo or magpa-part-time kayo. So, I think that's it.
Thank you, ma'am. From Facebook Live po, what's your recommended internet connection po? Like how many Mbps po?
Personally speaking, mas okay pag 20 Mbps pataas. Kasi minsan, I would lie if I'm gonna say na 5 Mbps lang kayo, okay na kayo dyan. Hindi po. Kasi minsan, or 10 Mbps pwede pa. Pero yung 5 Mbps, it's not really that good. Kasi meron pong mga classrooms na naglalag kayo pag 5 Mbps lang yung gamit nyo. So, ang siguro ko po na magandang internet connection right now. I'm not gonna be biased or anything. So, fiber, PLDT fiber, it's really good. Basta po, at least 10 Mbps pataas, pwede. Ganun po. Wag lang maglo-lower doon kasi hindi po totoo yung mga 5 Mbps kaya na. Minsan po talaga hindi. Lalo na kunyari, babagal pa siya, so mas bababa pa yung 5 Mbps na yon. So, more probably 10 Mbps and up.
Thank you, ma'am. So, may tanong pa po dito. Is there any chance to apply again and again after failure for how many times?
Of course. Yes, of course. You can apply again and again and again. Pero I will suggest kasi minsan, kung may tinatarget kayong isang platform na feeling nyo, kaya nyo naman, alam nyo naman, na ginawa nyo yung best nyo, and they're not accepting you, maybe you can try to apply for another platform. Marami naman po kasing platforms yan eh. So, more or less, makakapagpili kayo kung ano. Tsaka, sabi nga nila, different platforms, different, yung requirements nila, iba-iba. So, merong professional lang, meron yung jolly, sobrang jolly ka, kailangan mong maging sobrang TPR. So, those are the things that you can, check on. Pero opo, pwede mag-apply at mag-apply. I think sa amin, you can reapply for like a month after. So, kunyari, nagbagsak ka man sa isang ESL after a month, ngayon, pero gusto nyo pa rin siya i-try, dapat after a month na. But if not, you can like look for another ESL. You can reapply again and again.
So, ayun po. Wala na po bang tanong sa ating RP? Parang napakagandang last take po yan ng participants natin na sinabi niyo, ma'am. So, wala na po atang tanong.
No questions
po.
asked?
So, ano ma'am, Miss Kat, chance to po to promote your company po, and balita ko po hiring kayo, so you can promote po dito sa ating webinar.
Yes po. GOTS Online Communication Services in Sorsogon is actually hiring for ESL tutors. And also, we're opening for call center agents din po. So, pwede po kayo mag-apply. It's our office is located here in Piot, Sorsogon City, in front of Motor Trade sa may Piot po, Rizal Street. Ma'am Lai, meron pa atang question dito si ano.
Ay, okay po. May pahabol po ba?
Meron ata.
Okay.
In a week, how many times do you render? In a week po, siguro ko, in a week, you can like render, kasi po pwede siyang per day. 3 hours, okay na siya per day. So, 3, 6. Pwede po kayong 12 hours lang or 15 hours a week. Pwede po nyo gawin yun. Again, it's open for part-time people also.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po. Meron pa pong tanong. Meron pa po ditong tanong, ma'am. So,
sige, ma'am.
Okay, sige po. What are your advice po sa mga, para to avoid po, failures during an interview?
Relax. That's very important. You try to relax because marami po kaming nababagsak na applicants. Kasi po, pag kunyari, sobrang nervyoso nyo, minsan hindi nyo na nasasabi yung words correctly. Parang wala nang lumalabas sa bibig nyo. So, yung tendency is nag-stutter kayo. And then you just breathe in and breathe out. Siguro kung mga do it like 10 times before you go in or bago kayo mag-interview because it helps you relax. Basta po yung pinaka-importante is you try to relax. Kasi po pag hindi tayo nagre-relax, yun yung nangyayari, you stutter. So that's the most important thing. Okay, ma'am. Meron pa ba, Ma'am Lai?
Okay. Actually, nasagot niyo na po ito kanina, pero i-ask ko pa din po from Facebook Live. Does your company offers home-based tutorial jobs?
Yes po, we're opening na. More or less, sooner or later, siguro kung mga 1 week from now, pina-finalize lang po namin sila. So, age limit po. Meron, may nagpapahabol si age limit, wala po eh. Actually, we don't have any age limit. As long as kaya mo mag-teach, kaya mo mag-hello, hi, kaya mo maging active and energetic, yes, you can apply. Kasi meron po kaming mga nag-a-apply ng mga retired teachers too. Although yung mga iba kasi gusto nila home-based. So, wala naman po talagang age limit sa ganito. Kasi mas gusto nga ng ibang Chinese students na medyo may age na yung tinuturuan or nagtuturo sa kanila kasi they're much more professional to look at. So yun po. Welcome, ma'am.
Ano po, meron po ma'am, meron kasi siyang correction daw. Hindi po pala failures yung kanina. So failures po, like and such, not failure po.
I have a lot of fillers, actually. I have a lot of fillers. But it's fine as long as wag siguro pa ulit-ulit or hindi lagi na naririnig. Pero okay lang naman yung fillers basta i-minimize lang. I-minimize mo lang talaga yung fillers. Pero yeah, you can pass an online interview even if you have fillers. It's fine. Pero siguro ko dead air is one of the most parang ito yung medyo mahirap talaga na, kunya may dead air ka sa interview, ito yung baka talaga mabagsak ka. Make sure that you don't have any dead airs. Yun yung pinaka-importante.
So, ayun, meron po tayong same question from FB Live and from our Google Meet participants. How to apply po if gusto nila po umapply sa GUTS Online Communication?
Okay. So, you try to send us a resume, your resume sa gotsocks@gmail.com. Pwede nyo po mag-attach kayo doon ng letter na you're applying as an ESL teacher. Kasi more or less, meron po kaming mga nag-a-apply ng mga BPO, so it's different. So, BPO and, BPO, call center or call customer service representatives and also ESL. So, just put on your, just attach your resume and then sa resume nyo po, lagay nyo lang ng ESL teacher. Apply for an ESL teacher sa header or sa title.
So, ayun po, may question. Wala na po ata mga question. Wala na ata
Alright.
magpapahabol.
Okay po.
Okay po.
Okay, Ma'am Lai.
Thank you po, Ms. Kat, for
Thank you
another
very much.
webinar po, for another successful webinar po from you,
Alright.
from our GUTS family na po.
Yes,
po.
Ma'am Lai. Thank you very much.
You can
And
follow
also-
po GUTS no sa Facebook.
Yes po, you can follow Guts sa Facebook. You can just, lagay mo lang po is Guts Online Communication Services. Like and, yeah, you can like our page as well if you like my webinar. So, ayun po. And also, you can just PM us directly. So, pwede mo po ma-PM yung pwede nyo po ma-PM yung Guts if you have further questions.
So, ayun. Pwede po tayong mag-PM sa Facebook page po ng GUTS. Just type GUTS Online Communication Services po sa Facebook. And also, follow din po sa DICT AC3 Sorsogon for more webinars po na ika-conduct natin. So, itong webinar po ay recorded po to. So, pwede nyo pong balik-balikan. Kung namimiss niyo po si Miss Kat sa kanyang webinar, pwede nyo po itong balikan sa Facebook page po namin. And yun po. So, thank you po for attending our webinar. Miss, ang provincial officer po ng Sorsogon, DICT Sorsogon, andito po ay si Miss Divina Cantero po. Ma'am, would you like to say po a few words po?
Thank you very much, Ma'am Lion. Hi, Ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Greetings from the ICT. Good afternoon, everyone. We're so happy. Ang dami nating attendees. And we are really very happy and lucky to have Ms. Kat Agipa here. She's been our partner for quite some time. We're very happy that her company is already expanding. Imagine a local BPO, homegrown BPO in Sorsogon. So it's actually, it's a mission para sa kanya na instead of staying in Manila, she preferred to hire local people from Sorsogon and give opportunities. So actually, ito nga po talaga ang mission din ng DICT. You will notice that we have so many webinars sa mga followers po ng DICT LC3 ng buong Luzon Cluster 3. Actually, kami po ay from Mimaropa and Bicol region po ay makakasama po in one cluster. We are headed by our regional director, Cheryl Ortega. Nasa Batangas po siya. But she is monitoring us. Alam po niya itong mga webinars namin. So it's our mission actually is to help people, especially now, through our webinars, with the trainings, added skills. Sana po meron kayong natutunan. Kasi po gusto din namin, you can have an option maybe to change career or opportunity na magkaroon kayo ng pagkakakitaan. And ito po maganda because you can do it on a part-time basis. Pwede kayo po ay teacher, pwede rin po kayong OFW na hindi nababalik sa ibang bansa. And you can have a career, a source of income. Kasi po marami nga pong platform. Siguro sa inyo, familiar na rin yung iba na meron po talaga mga ganito. Natuturo po ng English, di ba? English language for 25 minutes, kikita na kayo. So kung masipag kayo for 8 hours, 10 hours a day, so imagine niyo po yung kikitain. But syempre po, konting tiyaga lang. And yun nga po, kung meron kayong internet connection, take advantage of it. So hindi lang po dito, di ba, mapapansin niyo po, marami kaming mga skills training na rin po na nag-discuss, including yung mga sa Google Suite, sa mga, especially sa mga teachers. So we're also encouraging you. Thank you also for pagtsatsaga niyo manood ng mga webinars namin. I hope they're very informative. Marami po kayong natutunan sa amin. So this is, isa lang po ito sa trabaho ng DICT. We'd like to help sa ICT industry. Tinitingnan po namin ano ang kailangan ng ICT industry. So para ma-fit nyo kung ano yung skills nyo doon sa pangangailangan ng industry. And maybe another advice din po sa mga anak nyo, total kung meron namang internet, sana po, do not let them waste their time sa paglalaro lang or whatever na hindi po masyadong useful na activity using the ICT. Sana po mga ganito, encourage them to attend or watch webinars and other, maski po simple lang na mga skills trainings na para po ma-develop talaga yung love nila for learning and then i-apply nila. Not necessarily sa ICT, kahit po sa agriculture, marami po tayong di ba napapag-aralan online. So yun lang po ngayon. Sana po dumadami na rin ang free wifi sites nyo sa mga lugar ninyo. In Sorsogon, marami na po rin kaming free wifi sites. Unti-unti na po namin ini-install. Konting pasensya lang po kung medyo matatagalan yung iba. So, pero ngayon po talaga puspusan namin ginagawa po itong installation ng free wifi. So, sa inyo pong lahat, good afternoon. Thank you for watching. Until our next webinar po. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Miss Rai?
Robina. Goodbye po.
Thank you, Ms. Cap.
All right.
Thank you po, Ma'am Vina. Thank you po, Ms. Kat, sa napaka-informative and realistic po na webinar kasi kailangan po natin ito ngayon since nasa new normal na tayo. And napakagandang topic din po para sa ating mga participants. Also, nandito na po yung evaluation link po sa ating chat box. You can check it out po and fill the information needed po for your issuance po ng ating digital certificates. Issuing po ng digital certificates, expect po 2 to 3 weeks since madami tayong webinars and I expect na madami din sasagot ng evaluation. So, patience lang po para po sa ating digital certificates. And for sure, pag na-meet nyo po lahat ng requirements like registered po kayo sa ating webinar, sumagot po tayo ng evaluation and nag-attend tayo ng ating webinar for today, dadating po ang inyong digital certificates po. So, yun po. Thank you po sa lahat po ng umattend, especially sa Google Meet participants and Facebook Live viewers po natin. And see you po and sa madami pang webinars. Thank you po. Thank you, Ms. Kat.
Thank you, ma'am.